episode of Nobody Asked Us with Des and Kara, presented by Brooks Running. Des has her arms in the air.
Pumping you up. You got this.
We got on the call 45 minutes ago, and we are just recording now. So I would ask you how you're doing, but I kind of know. But how are you doing?
We should just go into that anyhow, because I feel like the topics are slim this week.
They are very slim. I know.
But we're still probably going to be an hour.
I think that this might be not an hour. We really don't have a lot of running news to cover. But
yeah, it's kind of wild. It's
leave
like
it up to us.
Yeah, it's this in-between space where it's like stuff's going to happen, but it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
I'm doing well. I'm home. That's nice.
Wait, are you going? You're home, but till when? Are you going to Shanghai or something soon?
Yes, the couple days before Thanksgiving. So I have a little while.
Okay. No, that's like next week.
No, I know. I don't know what day it is, but I'm still trying to get a visa. And someone was like, oh no, there's this new rule. And like a few people have sent it. So that's what I'm going to use. Thank you for reaching out, folks, and being like, here's how you can work around it, which means I'll probably have to stop in either Tokyo or I think I'm going to go to Seoul, Korea on the way home. So you just have to make one stop. And I'm really like every day I'll send Ryan like something from Instagram about Seoul. I'm like, look how cool this is. Don't you want to go? And he's like, he hasn't bit yet. I'm like, he's going to decide to go, I don't know, like a week before, which is now, and the tickets are going to be astronomical. I'm going to be like, it's fine. Just please save me.
How long will you be gone?
I think it's like 4 days. It's not that long. Maybe it's 5.
That's a hell of a trip.
I mean, when you're on a plane that long, it's kind of worth it.
Yeah.
And I did start looking around on the Instagrams. Shanghai looks kind of cool. I'm excited.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then we're going to do a trail run on the second to last day. So hopefully I can stay on my feet. But my knee's feeling better. I took a good chunk of time off.
Yeah.
And it's
Are you running again?
A little bit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I started, it was really cold here for a couple of days. And I was like, I'm just going to wait until I get to Scottsdale. So I did, and then it was really nice down there. It was like 85, 90. It was too hot.
Yeah.
But beautiful in the morning for running. So I got.
So is your knee now? All the swelling is gone?
I think so. I mean, the swelling's gone. I think there's like still some maybe like scar tissue-y tightness around, like it's in my quad, but I think I can roll that out pretty well.
I have a wild question for you.
Go for it. I know what you can ask.
Have you thought? No, you don't. That's the second thing, is that you need some freaking body work. But my first thing is, have you thought about getting an MRI just to make sure there's nothing serious wrong?
Oh, this is a great question. I did think about it.
Yeah. And you just decided not to?
I just thought about it and I didn't go through with the next step. No, but it's actually feeling good. So I, unless it's like doesn't round the corner in the next week or so after I get back from Shanghai, then I might do something.
I mean, it could just be like a horrific bone bruise. I fell a couple of years ago and I thought for sure something was broken, and even the doctor did. And then I got an MRI and it was like, no, you just bruised it. And it hurt for like 6-8 weeks. It was really, really sore. But it's also good to know.
Like peace of mind.
Yeah. Like, okay, it is just a bone bruise and I do need to rest it, but I'm not going to like crack this or something, you know?
Right. I mean, I took a good amount of like 10 days, 12 days off, and it's significantly better. So I think that's a good sign. If this week just doing light mileage, it flares up, then I would do something.
Okay. We're all going to hold you accountable to that.
Sure. I'm a big believer that time off solves most things.
It does solve most things because your body is designed to heal itself. But every once in a while you do something a little bit too, you get an injury that's a little bit too much, and then you need a little assistance.
Yeah. I think I'm good. But
hey,
need some? Go ahead.
Okay. Did you ever find out about the tick?
No, we never took it in. I asked Ryan to, and it just stayed in the jar. But I didn't get a rash or anything, and there was no it was fine. So I think I'm good. But if I get, Lyme symptoms down the road, I'll know.
I'm realizing I need to check in more on like a daily basis and be like
daily basis. I'm not going to do anything though, right? Like
I know, but
I'll just wait it out. It's fine.
I'll spit on it.
Yeah. It's fine. When you're a kid and they're like, just take some Robitussin.
Yeah.
You're fine. Here. Or like when you're in college and what did they give you? It was just like an anti-inflammatory or like a painkiller.
Yeah. They give you like Celebrex or something. And they'd be like, you're going to be fine.
I don't think it's Celebrex. I think that's something else.
No, that's like an anti-inflammatory. Celebrex. Yeah? Yeah, it's like really strong Advil.
Okay, maybe. I don't think that's what it's called, but I know what you're talking about. I feel like
I'm looking it up.
Look it up. I feel like you're going to find out that that's for something else.
Oh, great. Okay, hold on.
You're going to have to do an edit. No, it's a
it's a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory.
Okay.
It's an NSAID. Yeah.
I'm thinking of a different one.
Okay.
Anyways, you'd get that in like vitamin C. You'd be like, but like, I think I have a stress fracture. And they'd be like, here, have some vitamin C. You know?
Drink some milk. You're going to be great.
Exactly. Good times.
Okay. Second question, which you already knew. Have you thought about getting any body work?
Also have thought about it. Yeah, I have thought about it. No, we have a good, well, Ryan says we have a good guy up here. And he's always like, I can get you an appointment. But I just got home. So it would have to be.
But you could like do it tomorrow or the next day.
No, I have Thursday's a busy day for me. I could do it tomorrow.
You could do it tomorrow.
But I need to prepare for Thursday tomorrow. So we'll see.
You're your own worst enemy.
I know.
It's actually a miraculous that you really had just that one injury in your career.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I also think sometimes like just not overthinking things might be part of it as well. Because I think a lot of people they're just so sensitive to every little thing.
That's true. Yeah. Like you're going to get little niggles and stuff that happen and you have to be like, that's totally fine and normal. I'm training a lot. Right. Yeah.
And it is one of those probably things that's good and bad where even my stress fracture in my femur is like, it was itchy. Like it felt like really itchy, you know, like that's the way I perceived it until it hurt. So like maybe I just don't notice little things the same way. It's just not like it's like annoying, but it's not like, oh, this is a problem. It's like,
right.
This is itchy. Like you wouldn't go for body work. Something was, you'd be like, can you just scratch that? You know what I mean? Like I'm big on like the scraper thing. I just get in there and scrape stuff. I'm like, I'm fine.
Do you have one of those, what are they called? The scraper things?
Sidekick.
Yeah, Sidekick.
I do have one of those.
Have you ever overdone it?
Always. Always. Like big old bruises. That's
why I never let myself get one because I'm the kind of person that'll foam roll too long, that'll sit on the lacrosse ball too long.
Yeah.
And I was always like, I can't get one of those because I will definitely jack myself up with that thing.
You're just like bruised all over.
Yeah.
What's going on with you?
Oh, I got a Sidekick. Yeah.
Is that Adam?
Yeah. Exactly.
Is everything okay?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I have one of those. That's exactly what I do. But
all right. Well, you were gone all weekend.
Yeah. No, wait. What's new with you?
Oh, not much.
Come on.
I texted you a week ago because I was at a track meet. Yeah. And Colt ran amazing, which was really fun because it's been a long year. Yeah. Thinking he's got to be tired soon. And he jumped in a full mile and I thought if everything went perfect, he could maybe run like 4:38 and he's kind of in the middle of the pack. And I was like, oh, he's going to get beat by a lot of people. And then no, he was just biding his time and he ended up running 4:33 for a full mile. So that was awesome.
What is that like on a freshman all-time list? Do they have one of those?
Oh, probably nothing because people run so fast anymore. Oh. I have no idea.
I bet there's some kind of ranking. That seems like crazy fast for a freshman.
I bet it's not that fast. I mean,
I don't know.
Like it's just everything's so competitive anymore, you know?
Yeah.
But you take off like he wants to run at like New Balance Indoor Nationals. They take off like 10 seconds. That's super generous. He did not run the equivalent of 4:23, but he probably ran the equivalent of like 4:27 for a mile, which is pretty damn good.
Altitude. Yeah.
Up at altitude and like during cross country season. So that was fun and exciting. And we realized he's not toast yet. Not toast yet.
What do you think about, I love that for him, but this made me pivot. What do you think about running track during cross country? Do you think that there's a type of strength that can convert? Like, could you jump in and like throw down a good 10K in the fall with cross country strength, or does that not make sense?
Yeah. So most of the kids ran a 2 mile which I think you could rip a 2-mile because your strength is so good.
Mhm.
You don't necessarily have the top end speed you would have during a track season, but you have that strength and you can probably ride that line,
Yeah.
So I think a 2 mile is really smart. But I have to tell you, like, he wanted to run the mile and we were kind of like, oh, he hasn't, he's not really ready for a mile. And
Right.
he ran amazing. So now I'm thinking, like, maybe you should just throw in a fast thing here and there because he said it felt
Right.
so short. Like,
Yeah.
you couldn't believe it when they were like,
Stunned.
this is it, 1 lap to go. Yeah. But he felt like he never even had a chance to get tired. I'm like, well, that's a good feeling.
That's
And then
crazy.
when you're in track season, you're so focused on that shorter distance that you don't
Right,
feel that
right.
way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the last lap is like a stretch.
Yeah. So it ended up being great. But I do think you could. I mean, we used to see in the NCAA, people would run the NCAA cross country championships, and like a week later, they'd go get their qualifier indoors in the 5,000 because they were
Right.
fit and they were rested for NCAA cross. And even though they hadn't done any really track specific speed, they had all that strength from the cross season. They'd go rip a good 5 and then they would take their time off.
Yeah. I mean, I think even just getting off the grass and like onto a surface
Yes.
that responds a little bit. Like, oh, this
Yeah.
feels amazing.
Yeah. What do you
Yeah.
think?
No, I think there's something to that. I mean, we always took time off immediately after, but I think I would take too much time off was the
Hmm.
problem. But
Right.
yeah, I think if we just went and did indoor and try to qualify for something, I might have made an indoor meet.
My thing is we didn't do that at Colorado,
Yeah.
and a part of it's because I like would be thinking about the cross meet all year, and then I was just like I couldn't mentally
Mentally
even. I was
torched. Yeah.
exhausted. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, I mean, I would run well at the national meet, but I'd be like, I can't even like I need to be done.
Hmm.
I need a break. I'm tired. But maybe if you have it in the back of your mind, then it's different.
Yeah, but I think even at the nationals, having something else in the back of your mind is a terrible idea.
Right.
Like, nope, this is it. Don't save a
Right.
thing, you know?
Right.
But if coach came up like, I don't know, like 48 hours afterwards, like, hey, maybe
Right.
maybe closer. There's a sweet spot, that window of like approaching you with the idea.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, just curious.
Yep.
Curious. I think it's interesting how the cross strength translates is all.
It definitely helps you, right? Because I mean, my old coach Mark Wetmore used to always say, "Strength equals speed." You're so much faster than you think when you're strong.
Yeah.
And I think maybe you can't kick because you just don't
Right.
have that speed specific stuff, but you can hold that pace longer than you think because you're just so strong,
Right.
So maybe you're not ready to run some tactical effort where you have to really shift gears with 200 to go, but you could like just what we saw with Colt. He just ripped it, and he was like, I didn't even get tired. And I was like, must be rough.
Shake the head.
Someone, so he ran 4:33 for a full mile up at altitude. And someone was like, oh, he's closing in on your PR. And I'm like, well, I ran the equivalent of like 4:21. But then someone reminded me that I won Milrose once. Granted, it
Mm.
was on the small track, but I ran Milrose once in 4:33.
Dang.
And that was a cool stat. And also it hurt my heart a little bit because I know how hard I was training when I did that compared to what
Yeah.
Colt's doing.
Well,
I was
yeah.
running a lot harder.
High end, yeah, professional. Were you professional
Yes.
or was it
No, I was
end of
professional. I
qual
mean,
okay.
no, I
Did
was
you go to
professional.
Melrose at Colorado?
No,
Okay.
no. I ran it just twice and it was like, I ran it in '08 and then I ran it in '09 when I was getting ready for Boston. So I just ran
That's
it
so
twice,
funny.
but
I mean, dropping down to a mile. Was it a mile when you did?
yeah,
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 that's crazy. Like, when you're running indoors as a pro and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna be a marathoner one day," it just seems so like, "No, I'm a
yeah.
track runner. I don't even know about that stuff."
It was fun in '09 because I was committed to Boston and I had run New York, but I did this little tiny track series where I did which would now be the New Balance indoor meet in Boston. And I ran the 3,000 and then I went to
Nice.
Milrose and ran the mile. And it was fun because I was like, oh, I'm beating you guys. And you guys are like
Yeah,
in
you're
track
like
season and I'm
track
getting ready for
people.
Boston. Yeah.
I'm a marathoner.
It was really fun. And it was just
Best.
like a little, just like we're talking about, I dipped down in mileage for like a week and a half to have some fun and to spin the legs and just have some fun. And then I went back and started training longer distance again, but it was really fun.
Yeah. And you're young enough that you're not gonna get injured.
Right.
Like,
Right.
oh, I look at the track and I'm like, "Oh, my hamstring."
Right. Right.
Like, shit.
Could not get away with it
Right.
now. No.
Yeah. I
So
like
yeah.
that. That's fun.
Yeah.
All right. What else? You had a girls' weekend.
I did. I have a
Saw some
yearly.
photos.
Yes, I have a yearly girls' weekend with there's 7 of us, and we're not all the same exact age, but we all are linked through sport. So either all of us ran together but one person, all of us skied together but one person, and then some of us played basketball, right? So there's like we all overlapped in 2 sports.
Is
But
this
we
high
didn't.
school?
Yeah,
Okay.
but we didn't
Dang.
necessarily all so like not everybody ran, not everybody
Right, right,
skied,
right.
and not everybody played basketball, but we all overlapped with each other in 2 sports. And so we just have this friendship and it's incredible. We all have jobs and 6 of us have kids and we all have stuff going on, but we are committed to seeing each other for a long weekend every year.
I love it.
And it's so fun. And so as we were getting ready we decided to go to Colorado this year because last year we went to Minnesota. We tried to switch it so not everybody has to fly every year. And as it got closer, I was like, hey, the 80s band is playing while you guys are here. Like, we should go. And they're like, yeah, we should dress up. And I was like, oh, I don't do that. Like, I suck. But we ended up going to the thrift shop and we all dressed up and went to the 80s band.
You're committed. You did the hair.
Yeah.
You had the
I
the
never
jeans were
I
crazy.
never would have done it without these women. Like, they
Come
couldn't talk
on.
me into anything. It's
You
really
owned those
embarrassing.
jeans already, didn't you?
I didn't, but someone was like, where did you get those? I got them at ARC. It was like
Oh.
jeans were $2, $1.99 on Friday. And they were American Eagle. So you probably could go buy them. I'm just saying. They seemed like pretty new.
Yeah. I mean, they're all coming back. It's all coming back in style. Hang on to that outfit.
Yeah, I will.
You should be wearing it.
I did. I actually put it. We have like a couple costumes in our spare closet, and I actually put it in there because I was like, I'm sure I'll need this again. But that was just one little thing that we did. But that's where we took the most pictures. But we, some of us still run all the time, so we would run in the mornings, and the other half would walk, and then just hang out. And it's super comforting for me because these are people who knew me long before.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Everything.
Right.
Yeah. And they like are unfazed by it. They're proud of me or whatever, but like they don't really care.
Yeah.
I mean, they care because I'm invested. But you know what I mean? Like they just and they were like my friends through all the weird Alberto stuff. I remember one year I went to girls' weekend and then Alberto was like, no, you have to come home. You have to do this workout. So I left early. I was there. I went to Minneapolis for one night and like they didn't talk smack about me. They were like, it's okay. It's okay. And I'm sure inside they were like, what is going on with her? But they always have been like a safe place. So it was really fun. And I just appreciate them so much. And we already picked our weekend for next year. We're going to Minneapolis because my friend coaches high school basketball and she has a game. So we're going to go there and cheer her girls on and then spend the rest of the weekend together. So
awesome. That's cool. I think it's rare to have friends for that long. And
yeah, no, it is.
We were talking about this at a wedding a couple weeks ago. Like making new friends as an adult is crazy hard. It's
really hard too.
Yeah. Because it's so awkward. You're like, hey,
yeah, I know.
Hang out.
I know. So they like listen to the pod, or most of them do. And I have to say they like you. And we had an 8th member for a while and she just got busy with life. And you remind us a lot of her. And Des was a topic, like, because they love you. They think you're so cool.
I was barred from the club because I used the P word.
They were annoyed that you used the P word.
What if I use the M and the P?
No.
Throwing?
No, you and I might break up if you do that.
Okay. I mean, no problems with using CB's mystery word, but this P word.
That was one of the funny. So we have a text thread and it's pretty much every day, and after that episode where Des uses the P word, they were like, I mean, a little warning. And one of my friends was like, so I can't listen to it. All the girls are in the car. And then my other friend thought you used a different word because we were reacting to it so strongly.
Oh.
But then she listened to it and she was like, guys,
that's not that bad.
Yeah.
I know what the other one is. Yeah. So if you don't know what we're talking about, you can go back to the Anthony Ramos post New York episode and you'll figure it. I bet she'll figure it out.
Describing her run with Anthony. But yes, anyway, they love you. They think you're great. And it's fun that they care. Like they're just invested. We're just invested in what each other's doing.
Yeah.
So like they listen to our podcast. I'm just going to say their names. Amy,
we should have
Anna,
them as a guest. We should bring a guest on.
We should. They would love that. Amy, Anna, Dharma, Steph, Christine. Who am I forgetting? Cami.
Oh, no.
Amy, Dharma, Anna, Christine, Steph, Cami. and they listen to the pod while they drive to work or drive their kids to school. So it's just like awesome. They're just so supportive and yeah. Like, and I feel like we've been that for each other. And I do think it's really special. I mean, I've been friends with them for 35 years, 33 to 35 years, depending on when I met them. That's a long time.
That's wild.
So yeah.
And you're still friends. What's the biggest fight you've ever had? You don't have to talk about it, but
I'm trying to think because we really don't fight. I mean, sometimes like someone will say something that maybe someone finds annoying, but usually then they just work it
right.
out.
Yeah.
Everyone is really sensitive to each other. And, like on different girls' weekends, people are dealing with different things. I mean, we're talking about 30 some years of friendship. So sometimes people are having problems, in life or with their jobs or in a relationship. And then we all just kind of rally around them. It's honestly, it's like gag worthy, so supportive.
I like it.
It's just like
That's
the
great.
nicest group of people. And I actually like got emotional thanking them for like just, I mean, we all do. It's just like, I feel so lucky. I really feel so lucky.
That's
I really
awesome.
do. And like
Well,
they
now I'm
are
jealous.
steadfast. Well, you would be welcomed in if you want to come to Minneapolis next weekend and pop in. They'd die. They'd be so
Do
excited.
a little flyby, drop the P word, and then
yes. That'd be so iconic and so you. Okay, well, so I had a girls' weekend, but you also had a girls' weekend. Sounds like an empowering girls' weekend too, with a lot of women.
Yes, a lot of women. Every
Yeah.
women's marathon was in Scottsdale this year. Is year 2 of the event. It's a crazy scene, and there are some men that do sign up, and it's kind of interesting and cool because some of them are just like, "Oh, I need a BQ. I'm local, and this is a fast course." I don't think anyone did that. It didn't seem like anyone got a BQ. It didn't seem like the winners were close on that side. If they were men, they would have been still too slow. But then it was like, "Oh, I'm supporting so and so, or I'm running with," and so it's just a like cool women's event that is unintimidating, very inviting. Some of it's kind of rah rah, which when you do a little bit of it, you're like, "That's cool," but when you do a lot of it, you're like, "Okay, I need a break." It's a lot of rah rah.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it's all very supportive, and it's time to hang out with Dina and Catherine and Danielle, and then we had Caitlin this year, who is a sprinter who joined the team as a captain. We're captains, so it was fun. It was cool to just see like such a big group of women go tackle the marathon. And Molly Huddle ran. She just went out to run it for fun, and it was, I think, 6 months since she gave birth to her second child. So she was like, "I'm just going to go out, do it, have fun. It's in my backyard, kind of." She's not in Scottsdale right now, but she lived around there for a long time. So familiar with the whole scene. What else? I don't know. It's good.
This is what I like about it. And I'm not involved in any way. But when I was with Nike, they had the Nike Women's Marathon.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, that course was brutal.
The hilly San Francisco
so
one.
hilly, yeah. But it was cool because it was super approachable. And I mean, it was like a little kitschy. Like they had firefighters waiting with Tiffany necklaces at the end. Everyone got a Tiffany necklace from a firefighter and stuff. But it was really a safe place. And so there were so many first-time marathoners, so many first-time half marathoners, and so many women would come with like their girlfriends and do like a girls' weekend. And it seems like that's what this is too. It's super approachable. It gives people a chance to be in an environment where they don't feel judged, right? And they feel like, I don't know what I'm doing, but it's okay because I'm going to get supported. And I think that's awesome. When the Nike Women's Marathon ended, I felt sad because I knew it had changed so many lives. And I feel like every women's marathon, it's been around for 2 years now, right? 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
I think it's like the same kind of thing where it provides this really safe space for women to go and explore what is marathoning. Do I want to be a part of this? In a way where like there isn't, the judgment is removed. It really is a fun. That's what I get from seeing it from afar. I'm obviously not there.
Yeah. No, that's what it is.
Cool.
And it's got great energy, and they leave the course open for like 7.5, almost 8 hours, which is crazy. Like if you're signing up for that, that's a long day, but we go out there for the last finishers and we cheer them in. And the whole thing is like, you want the last people finishing to feel just as loved as the first person. And
that's great.
You get that vibe. Like there was good finish line energy. A lot of people stayed out there. for the last hour or so of finishers, which was cool.
That's awesome.
It was fun.
Super cool.
And it was in Scottsdale, which, well, I I give Scottsdale a hard time because it's just like it's so different than Tempe. It's just this high maintenance, very wealthy, hoity-toity, but it's all stereotypes. Obviously, it's a great place, and it's fun to be there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be in that area this weekend,
Okay.
but it looks like it's raining the next couple days.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's kind of nice because it was hot.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I think it's gonna. So Colts racing the high school Nike cross country regional race on Saturday, and it looks like it's gonna be like mid to high 60s, but it's gonna rain a couple days before, so the course might be a little
sloppy.
torn up. Yeah, he's in the. There's so many races. There's like 16 races or something, and he's in like the 13th race. He's not in the championship
Oh, yeah,
race.
so
He's
it's
in the
gonna
one.
be
Yeah, he's in the last race
saucy.
before the championship races. So it's going to be potentially super messy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to like give kind of thoughts on how it might be handled because they do like the flood irrigation system out there where that's how they water things. It's
It
just to
is on a
flood
golf
it.
course.
So they just like flood it, which probably not the golf course. It's probably done differently, but you know, the campus at Arizona State, they would just big grass patches. They just flood it for a couple days.
Huh.
So you'd be like, oh, I can walk to class in 6 minutes. And then it would be flooded, and you'd be like, "Shit, I gotta go." Or like, I can't cut across, so now it's gonna be like 8 minutes, and now I'm late.
Yeah.
Knows from experience.
That's crazy.
But
Because
then
you
if it
can't walk
was,
across it
if
because
you're not
it's
cutting
just
it, yeah, it's
a
like
puddle of water.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
interesting.
and that's them, But maybe that's a summer thing. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Anyhow,
Well, we'll see.
yeah. But if you need like restaurant recommendations or places to run, anything like
So
that,
I'm
shoot me a
traveling with the
text.
team, which parents aren't allowed to, but I'm Adam's +1.
Oh, there
And
you go.
Adam and Ryan are the only coaches going, so I feel like I'm probably going to be put to work.
Ooh.
But we fly in Thursday, and then we're running at the Botanical Gardens. I don't know
Okay.
what that is. Is that cool?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
not bad. There's just some paths and stuff.
Okay. I mean, they're barely running because they're tapered down. This is their last race of the year. Colt's going to do one more race, but the rest of the team, this is it,
Done.
So they did like their last workout yesterday. Like they're just in the fun zone.
Ready.
Yeah.
Just go sprint around.
Yeah. It's a long year and they're done.
Is this the first like travel trip? Have they done the hotels and the whole?
I mean, they've done it in years past. This is Colt's first time.
Team.
Of course, at the state meet, they did stay in a hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were they behaved or were they monsters?
They were behaved. And you know what? I'm gonna give Colt's coach Ryan Root a shout out. So anything Adam suggests, like, oh, I think they should do strides at the end of the workout. He's like, great idea. I think we should focus more on hydration. Great idea. But for the state meet, Colt's a huge sleeper. And Adam's like, so Colt will just sleep in my room. And Ryan was like, nope. He's going to sleep with his teammates. And we were both like, whoa, like he's a huge sleeper. He goes to bed early, and Ryan was like, nope, he's going to be on the team. Yeah. And he pushed back, and it was the best decision because Colt got paired with a senior. They've gotten super close. He was involved in all the things. And so he's so excited to go again. He doesn't even know who he's roomed with, and he can't wait,
Nice.
And I think it is a good lesson. Like when you race, sometimes things aren't exactly how they are at home, but that's kind of how it can be, right? And you have to be able to roll with it.
He's going to have a roommate when he's a pro.
Right, right. So him rooming with his teammate Ollie was the best thing that ever could have happened at state. Like he got closer to the team. And so shout out to Ryan Root. Like he doesn't push back on much. He's super open to Adam's feedback. But on that, he was like, no,
sorry.
No, Colt's not going to do that.
That is like a bit of a dad play where you're like, well, I'm going to dad mode him. He wants to sleep.
Yeah, he's like, he can just sleep here.
Coach and the says no.
Like, no. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. And Adam even like pushed back a little like, no, he's going to sleep in our room so he can go to bed early. And Ryan was like, no, he's not.
Good for Ryan. I like it.
And Ryan was right. Yeah. It worked out great. So that was a random story to tell, but
no, I think it's great. That's a good one. I think it's, it kind of goes to the whole team aspect of cross country, right? We have an individual sport and there's plenty of time for that, but there's only so many years you get to be on the team as a runner.
Totally. And it just enhances experience so much,
Yeah.
Yeah. Because otherwise he would have been with us and then we would have been like, okay, go to bed. And then
Yeah.
he got to instead be really, and he still did sleep. Like they were responsible. Adam and Ryan, I think, did like at the state meet, they did, and Trisha and Jim. There was a bunch of coaches there. They did like a room walk at like 9:30 to make sure everyone was, in bed. Cause they were the first race of the day. So they roamed the hall and everyone obeyed. So
yeah. Well, state meet too. It's like, it's actually important.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I care about this, so I'm gonna do the right thing here.
And I think all the kids here, it's a sea level race or basically sea level and it's flat. So they all want a PR. It's hard to run a PR in Colorado. You're up high. A lot of the courses are super hilly. So I think they're pretty motivated here too. Like this is our chance to run a fast time. We don't normally have opportunities like that. So hopefully they'll be really well behaved because they're down a few coaches. It's just Adam and Ryan going. So yeah.
Nice. Well, that'll be fun. I'm excited to see. Where can
fun.
we look at those results? Where would one find those? Do you know?
I think they're on Runner Space.
What's the meet?
It's the Nike Cross Regional Southwest. So there's 8 regionals and they're in the Southwest Regional.
Okay.
And he's not in the championship race. He's in the large school race number 3. I don't know. He's in the last race before the championship races. So their girls team got into the championship race. Their girls team is like great. Like they got 9th at state. They're really good. They got into the championship race. The boys didn't. That's kind of their goal for next year.
Okay. That's kind of cool. They can watch the girls and like get pumped up and
so they're the fastest race except for the championship race essentially. Okay. So they race and then the boys championship races right after them and the girls races right after that. So they get to watch the big dogs right after they run.
That's where we want to be, right?
That's where they want to be next year. Yeah.
So for that race, and it sounds like the championship's probably the qualifier for the national. Can individuals qualify or is it just team? I'm so confused about these things.
Top 5.
So
top
individuals
5 also go to nationals and then it's the top 2 teams. And then usually at least 1 or 2 more from the Southwest make it for at-large bids, but it's the top 2 teams and the top 5 individuals. I mean, it's pretty hard.
That's tough, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Brooks cross country individual
10, like first 10 across the line, and Nike has 8 regions. Brooks only has 4.
So you're getting the cream of the crop.
Oh yeah, it's just the top 5 across. Or sorry, with Brooks, it's the top 10 across the line. And then they have been giving out golden tickets for 10 more people. So like for Nike regionals, they take, let's see, there's 8 regions and they take 2 teams at 16. And then I think they take 2 at large. So that's 18 teams plus the individuals. Where at Brooks, it's just 50 kids.
Okay. So 50 best individuals.
Yeah. So Colt's going to go do that too, but with the knowledge that he's not going to be in the top 10 this year, but it's good to go and see what it's like. Like, where do I warm up? Where do I check in? What does the race look like? So that if in a year or 2 he is ready to try to be one of the top 10 kids, he knows what it looks like. He can envision it. He can imagine. I mean, that's the goal. His team's goal is to make the championship race. His goal is to make Brooks Nationals. He is like, that is what he wants so bad.
Well, there's so much history in that race. Like it's changed names or whatever, but obviously like you can look through most pro runners and they go like, yes, I did cross country nationals.
Yes.
This is where it was. And this gave me my first taste of national championship. And then you race those kids through the NCAA, the pros, and it's like a whole thing. It's so special
for us because Adam and I, even though we grew up in different states, we raced at the same regional, and that's the same regional that Colt's in.
Oh, nice.
So I made it to nationals twice. Adam made it 3 times. Adam won it.
Yep.
And the nationals is still in the same place, same course, same everything. Yeah. So that, like Colt is super motivated. That is like his big goal. Like I want to make it to Brooks Nationals, and it won't happen this year, but I believe in him. I think he'll make it. He'll make it happen in the next couple of years, I think.
Okay.
So then, and then after that, then he's done. He's taken 3 weeks off, and we don't have to talk about him for a while.
Yeah. 3 weeks off. I'm sure during his downtime, we'll have some things to ask about.
But he needs a break. He's been running since June. He's never run this long, so it's like
Is he still amped up, or is he like?
I think like after state, he was a little like, I don't know, maybe I'm getting tired. But then he ran that 4:33, and he was like, nah, I feel great. Yeah, which again was a great thing because it boosted his confidence. He's so excited for this weekend, and he's super excited about Brooks too. He's like, he wants to place as high as he can. He's just realistic that this isn't the year he's going to be in the top 10, but he still wants to go and place higher than people think he's going to place.
For sure.
Yeah.
Will he make the trip to San Diego to watch?
No.
Just keeping him home.
I think he's going to stay home. I know that's like an opportunity for him, and he has gone to Brooks PR and stuff, but I think now that he's kind of sniffing this stuff, it would be a little bit harder, like a different vibe. Right. And he got invited to go skiing that weekend. I'm like, you should go skiing. You should go do that. You should go up to Breck and ski, and that's a fun. And, like we had talked about it, and he was like, I do want to go, but, now he's actually
I want to make it.
Those
like
are
I want
his
to qualify.
peers. Yeah, like before they were older than him, and he could go and watch and see, oh, this is like, he's been to Brooks PR twice, and he's like, he's seen that, and he's like, oh, that's something to aspire to. But now they're his actual peers, and so I think he'd rather just like wait until he's actually earned it himself.
Like before you're a fan, now you're one of the participants who wants to be there and earn your spot. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think he was not going to go.
All right, fair enough. Should we talk about us going? I guess
I'm pretty sure that we are going. It's not like totally confirmed, but we are going. I'm pretty sure we're going to Brooks Nationals, cross country nationals.
I know. Right? I hope so. I think so. I never qualified. So
we've been asked to go.
Yeah.
I'm excited because I made it twice and I have a lot of memories there, and it really opened my eyes to what running could be. I think I've told this story before, but like I would go to the Minnesota State meet and we'd have 4 or 5 girls in a room. So the first time I went to San Diego for nationals, I like checked into my room and Marie Davis was there. And I was like, oh, have you met our other 2 roommates? And she was like, we get our own beds. I was like, we do? I mean, like blew my mind. Like they flew me to California in the middle of winter. Yeah. And then I got to have my own queen bed. Yeah. And then they gave me like clothes and then
gear.
And it was on ESPN, and it just like blew my mind that this was a thing, and it also blew my mind because the girls were running so fast. I'll never forget Erin Davis. Shout out to Erin Davis. She is so freaking amazing. And she and I have become like, we've gotten back in touch on Instagram, but my sophomore year was the first year I tried out and I made it and I went to nationals and she beat me by like a minute or something. Like it was crazy. She won. And it blew my mind that someone could be that good and someone younger than me, Yeah. And then the next year I made it again and I improved. I improved by like 30 seconds and I still got beat by over a minute by Julia Stamps.
Of course.
And so again, it just was like perspective. Like I got 9th my sophomore year at the nationals. And then my sophomore year, I improved by 30 seconds and I got 17th.
Yeah.
And it just like opened my eyes to just how good everybody else was, And then I didn't make it my senior year. So, but as you were saying, like I was there with Carrie Tolson, Amy Begley, who ended up being a teammate, like so many, Kelly Smith, who ended up being a teammate of mine at CU. It's just like you meet these girls or these, they are girls because you're young. And then you end up seeing them for years and years and years after. It's pretty cool.
Right. I think that's what's so great about Brooks Cross Country is you can watch that meet and you're seeing like, you're going to see future Olympians. You're going to see future, maybe hopefully future medalists. Like that's going to be, you'll get a good look at who's up and coming, who to root for. It's just worth tuning in to.
It's really cool. Yeah. I know. So many people have come through there. It's amazing. So it'll be fun. We'll be there podding somewhere.
Doing some form of pod. We'll be talking about the kids. or the old timers.
Days.
Yeah, there we go. Hopefully we didn't waste it all here.
We didn't.
So much more to talk about. Yeah. Okay.
I can't wait for you to see the course because it is a really hard course. That's one thing I really appreciate about the, Kinney/Foot Locker now Brooks cross country race and keeping that history and keeping that course. That course is hard. It's a double loop course and you go up, climb a crazy hill on both loops and come down a screaming hill that is not a gentle decline. Mm-hmm. And it actually takes some like real skill to run that course.
If I'm not mistaken, it's at Morley Field, right?
It's at Balboa Park.
Yeah. So I obviously growing up down there, our like regional CIF San Diego is on that course. So I got to run it.
Have run
never
it.
Made,
yeah.
I think it's the same. But yeah, like that's always like Morley Field was a tough one.
Yeah, it's like a real cross country race, which is cool.
Right. It's not a golf course. Like when they had it in Florida at Disney.
Yes.
Like, well, this is track.
I know. I actually was with Nike at the time and I went to those ones and I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah. So manicured.
Why are we here? Like it really was, and the kids ran so fast, but that's what this is like a soapbox, but so many courses have been changed over the last 3 years to make them faster, and I really hate that.
Who cares,
Because
right?
cross country, nobody cares. It's
Yeah.
about like pure racing, head to head, facing the elements, facing the course. And so I'm super jazzed that this
Ooh.
course is staying, and it's staying, and it is a hard course, as it should
Yeah.
be. And the course that Colt will run in Kenosha is also really hard.
Nice.
And he's like, well, how hard? And I'm like, you can do it. You live in
You're
Colorado
fine,
and you
right.
run on hilly courses here, but you're not going to go there and just rip some PR. You're going to go there and you're going to work, and you're going to earn your spot when you earn it, you know?
Right. So
Yeah.
do they have a region they run in? Is that his region?
Mhm.
He has to go to Kenosha, and
Yeah.
there's the 4. Got it.
There's
Okay.
4, yeah, and his is in Kenosha, which, I mean, again, like the fact that my kid is gonna run where I ran,
That's
and that Adam and I both ran there and we didn't grow up in the same state, like it's kind of fun,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
That's the first time I ever saw Adam was in Kenosha in 1993 at the award
This
ceremony.
story.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I like that. I was actually talking to Garrett at Brooks at one point about the courses, and I think it would be, I mean, whatever. It's just like a idea to throw out there. Like, what if you made like instead of regions, it was very course specific, right? Like this is like the mutter course, this is the hilly course, this is the flat fast course, and then you could pick like, oh, this works to my strengths.
Right.
That would be kind of fun. But I do think there's like obviously a lot of history that you're trying to preserve. Like, let's just keep it the same. Don't mess with it.
And I think that's one of the things that's special about it.
Yeah.
Is that you do have all this. I mean, I remember reading a stat years ago that it was the oldest running national high school championship of any sport.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
There's like
that's
the true
cool.
nationals, right?
Yeah.
There's all these like, well, it's this tournament, but so-and-so
Right.
couldn't get in, whatever. It's like, this is the one true national championship.
Right. And there was no political moves. Like you get in or you don't, you know, you like cross, like back when I was doing it was just the first 8 across the line, but like you're in the top 10 or you're not.
Right.
Yeah.
Simple.
So yeah, that'll be fun. Well, speaking of people who are good in high school and have crushed college, do we want to just touch on Jane Hedengren for a second?
Probably should before we can call it now. Do you want to call some stuff now? I mean, top 3 for sure.
Yeah. So she's a true freshman. I believe she's only 18 still, but she's at BYU. And last year she won the Nike cross country national championship. She won the Brooks PR meet.
Mm-hmm.
She set a bunch of high school records. I mean, she ran 15 flat in the 5,000. She ran
it's amazing
8:30 something in the 3K.
Yeah.
And by herself, by the way.
Right.
Just
She's
like
not being pressured.
Here I am going off on my own. I'm just going to hit my splits. So she entered the NCAA this year, and she runs for Diljit Taylor at BYU. And there were some questions like, she's won by so much. How will she do in like a pack of people? Well, we still don't know.
We don't know.
Because she is just running so fast. She's run sub 19. I think she ran like 18:30 something at one of their conference meets. She just ran 19:0 something to win her regional meet. And her coach said that they still haven't just let it all out yet.
Right. She hasn't had the one where she rips.
Yes.
Like, go to the well.
Yeah.
Show us what you got.
So there's some really talented women in the NCAA, but they have been around for a while. I mean, she will race at nationals, someone who got, I think, 5th in the steeple at World Champs. So like she's about to face but she's already faced really, really good competition.
Yeah. Like her regional is no joke.
No joke. I mean, there was a woman in there, the woman that got second was expected to be one of the people that wins nationals. Right. So it's fascinating to follow her and to think about what makes her so gifted. I mean, she is tall. She has a very nice long stride. But the funny thing is, we were talking about this before we jumped on the call. I don't even think she's worked yet. Like half the time I'm like, I think she's breathing through her nose.
Right. You're not even trying yet. That'll be exciting. And I think, yeah, I mean, we'll learn a lot from nationals, but it's just such a different race. I feel like you can learn all these different things in the season for how to run in the NCAA, but you get to nationals and it's a different beast. Like that first 400, 600 meters.
Yeah. Oh, it's wild.
Is so important, and you have to run it hard. So maybe we'll get to see her work hard there.
Yeah.
And then see what happens the rest of the race. But yeah, it's just I mean, there's so many people on the line, and it's a different type of race.
I just think it's going to be, I mean, we'll see what happens, but she's just, I don't want to put pressure on her, but it's hard for me to imagine her getting beat because you know she still has more in her back pocket. Like she has not gone to the well yet. So
Right.
to see someone, a true freshman, win out of the gate is something. I'm trying to think the last time we saw a woman true freshman do that. I can't
Right.
I
Most
can't
people
even
don't
think of it.
even run their freshman year. It's like
Right.
red
They're
shirt
like building
base.
up to the new
Right.
mileage or the new team or so it'll be really interesting. We will be able to break that down next week because
Yeah,
this weekend.
I don't wanna push us forward too quickly, but speaking of redshirting, in that first year, particularly on the men's side, we see it really often because they go from 8K all season long up to 10K at the nationals,
Hmm.
and now you're seeing this change in, like, the age cap of NCAA athletes.
Yeah.
Do you wanna talk about a little bit about that and, those changes?
Well, the NCAA is just it's like the wild, wild west right now, I feel like, right? With
Yeah,
all these new NIL rules and the transfer portal opening up, it's sort of like coaches don't have, I mean, they can stand their ground and say, no, I want to develop athletes.
right,
But it's kind of become, oh, that person's looking good, come to us. Oh, your results are authenticated, come to us. And it's almost like they're just not everyone, but a lot of coaches are just starting to sort of like buy teams instead of develop
right.
teams.
Recruiting and buying instead of
Yeah,
coaching.
and I'll tell you, I don't like it
Yeah,
because I feel like the NCAA should still be a place where you're growing into adulthood and you're being developed and you don't have a sword over your throat as a freshman or a sophomore that if you don't hit a certain time, you're going to lose your
lose your
scholarship.
scholarship,
And
right.
that's what we're seeing. I'm not a fan. Um, I don't know what the answer is, but there is these groups like so Scholar Book now helps coaches recruit athletes from international places and they
Mhm.
authenticate the results. So before you might have an international athlete you brought in that said they ran a certain time, but you couldn't necessarily authenticate it. Now you can. And so there's a huge influx of international athletes in the NCAA cross country system right now. And I'm not saying that's bad or good, it's just different. And a lot of
Right.
the athletes are older. And so you have 18-year-olds lining up with 25, 26-year-olds. And I'm not sure how I feel about that either. I mean,
Men versus boys.
men versus boys. And that's always been at BYU, the men can take missions and so they get those 2 extra years. So this isn't like it's brand new, but it's new on this larger scale. And it's just going to be really interesting to see what happens because I can see a lot of American talent either not making it into Division 1 or overtraining as a high school athlete to be good enough to make it. But then where do you go from there? If you've trained as a college athlete as a high schooler,
It's all shifting back,
everything
right?
is shifting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't really, I'm worried about where it's headed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I fully agree, that's why I bring it up. I think David Monty had a interesting tweet about it today. In last Friday's NCAA cross country regional championships, athletes from Kenya made up 37% of the top 10 finishers overall for women and 34% for men. So that's significant. And that's just Kenyans. It's not saying that's all international athletes. Yeah, I mean, I think the game is changing. I don't know what it does for these coaches. Like if they're just going, "Hey, I have bonuses for conference championship, national championship, and this is how I'm going to get it done," or if their jobs are on the line in the same type of way. But it doesn't seem, in terms of develop, like we talk about Brooks cross country. This is where you see the future. These kids are the next, and then you have the NCAA, which is that tells you nothing about the American side. It's more like this is the international level. You're just getting a preview of the roads and of the world championships. And then, I mean, I don't know, maybe this is good for the athletes to be put in a system that prepares them for the next level. But at the same time, the NCAA has always done that without this massive amount of international representation. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
And so I think I read you this stat right before we got online, which was 147 international athletes total in the NCAA cross country system in 2022, 171 Kenyans this year. And that's just Kenyan athletes. So I don't know how, and that's not to pick on any one country, but you do start to see like when all of the international athletes, there's more and more and more, it is less opportunity for American athletes. I mean, it is what it is, right?
It's a numbers game.
There's only so many
Right.
spots.
Finite. Yeah.
And what I worry about is, first of all, snuffing out American talent in a national championship system wherein the people from that country can't even get there. And again, I don't have a problem with international athletes. I just feel like this is the wild, wild west right now. And I think it's going to swing really wide one way and then it needs to swing back a little bit. But the other thing I worry about is when an 18-year-old has to race a man, like whether you're
Right.
from Ireland or Kenya or Canada, I don't really care. You're 25, 26 years old and there's an 18-year-old. I worry what kind of culture are we setting up for these kids? I'm not excusing any sort of doping behavior, but I do think it could potentially lead to that. Like when we talk,
100%.
when we talk about doping, it's like the whys. Well, I only have 4 years to run and I'm never going to make my roster. I'm not excusing it at all. I just think these are going to be some of the consequences that we see.
And you're talking about Kenyan athletes where there's clearly a doping problem. And when does that start? And is that being brought in with this, surge in Kenyan athletes in the NCAA? But bottom line is the NCAA needs to have
the NCAA has
testing.
Their own problems because
they
they
need
do.
To be in the testing. You saw it. It needs to be connected
they have
immediately.
testing, but they don't have to report their testing anywhere. And we don't know who's being tested. We don't even know what the results are. They don't report them to USADA or report them to WADA. So I do think a lot of this falls on the NCAA. You need to pony up and pay and be in the system and have your results reportable. So many athletes go from the NCAA straight to a world championship team. They need to be tested. What are we doing?
Right. Well, and then there's, I don't even know, I guess it doesn't matter anymore, but age cheating is a whole different thing.
Right. Yeah.
So, it's a 26-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. Sometimes I think about Colt has a dream to run in college and I'm like, in 4 years, I don't even know because we're not willing to train him like a pro to get him into college. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm like, I don't even know what that will look like.
Is the move 2 years of junior college, try to get an NIL and then move over?
Or maybe it's D2, or maybe there'll be a few coaches that hold out that still develop and maybe the teams aren't as good.
Right.
But maybe they get individual champions in track or something because they truly develop the kids. So I don't know. It's something I have I'm paying attention to because I have a kid that wants to run in the NCAA. But I just feel like right now it's just it's losing its way a little bit.
It would be fun to have. I mean, it would be interesting to have an NCAA coach on who's maybe in that position of trying to figure out what route to take and the challenges they're facing. We might have to bump your friend from Girls Week to have the coach on.
That would be interesting. I do listen to some coaches and some kind of make excuses like this is the way it's gone. And then, so I don't have time to develop. And maybe that's not even an excuse. That's just what they're saying. And then there are other coaches that are like, I'm not going to do that. So it'd be interesting to have both sets, honestly.
Yeah. We could just put a question out there and then just back up and let them.
Yeah. Let me just back away.
Let them go at it.
Yeah. I mean, there are programs that are buying their teams. Iowa State, Oak State, I don't think they would even argue that, right?
Right. But this is what I have to do to keep my job.
This is what I have to do. Yeah,
it is now.
Exactly. This is the expectation and I'm just playing the game. And so I don't even think they would argue that. But then you have a few coaches that I can think of that are still kind of holdouts that are like, no, I'm committed to these kids for the long term. So, but how long will they be able to do that?
Also, what are the, even the ages, there's some really old school coaches that are like, yes, we do it this way because we've always done it this way and I'm not changing because they're old and
but
stubborn.
Eventually they're going to be aged out, right?
Right. Yeah. There's a new wave where this is just how you compete.
Yeah.
A lot of questions there. Anyhow, go Jane.
Yeah. Go Jane.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard for me to imagine we'll see Jane in the NCAA for many years.
I agree with that.
It's just if you're so much better and you're winning everything, eventually you want to develop and keep progressing as an athlete. And my gut says this might be the only NCAA cross country championship we see you're in. So we should pay attention.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's a tricky one too, I guess, with NIL. Well, also, why even move on if you don't have to? If NIL is just as good as a pro contract where you can kind of thump on people for a while.
Yeah, well, I don't
know.
I think there's times for growing. I think about Angelina Napoleon from NC State, and she made the steeple team last year, and she did great. She was the first American finisher at Worlds, and they talked about growing pro, and she was like, "No, I want to go back to the NCAA." And I can see for her there's no world championship this year.
Yeah.
She's running super well in cross, which wasn't her strong suit before, because I just think she has a new set of confidence.
Yeah.
And this year there is going to help her so much so that she has an NIL with Adidas, but I'm assuming this is going to make her so much more valuable when she decides to go pro. So you just kind of have to it's think of Cooper Luchtenhaus. He decided to go pro too. So you just have these I don't know. I can't wait 5 years from now to see how it all what happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
It's going to be
who did
wild.
it work out for? Who did it not? What can we learn from it? Are we forcing kids to be too grown up too soon? Or are they all going to win medals in LA? I know what I think is going to happen, but we'll see what happens.
Fair. Yeah. I mean, I do think that the LA home games will factor into a lot of those things as well. Just that being one of the biggest moments in the sport for Americans. Yeah. They'll change value, change decisions, change approaches for how to get ready. Yeah. Anyhow. Well, we'll keep watching it as it unfolds.
I just looked at the time. I actually cannot believe us.
But we should get into a top 5 because we're going to keep this one short today.
I cannot believe this.
I know. I saw that and I was like, wow, look at us go.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we do need to talk about one of our big supporters, Lagoon.
Yeah.
Lagoon Pillow is having their big Black Friday deal. So this is the perfect timing to tell you guys. So you don't need a code.
No.
This is all going to be on the website. But the highlights of the Black Friday sale are $25 off every pillow, $60 off 2 pillows, $160 off 4 pillows. That's $40 off each. 50% off pillowcases with the purchase of a pillow. And this is an automatic discount, no codes needed. And I have to tell you, they have a product that's a game changer. So you heard pillowcase in there and you're like, why would I need a pillowcase? But this Cooling Flex performance pillowcase does. If you like a cool pillow, like I don't know if any of you listening are the type of people who flip their pillow over. Okay, yeah.
Cool. So I get in the other side of the pillow.
I get in my bed and I have a cooling pillow, which helps a lot. But I get in my bed and I'm reading my book, and then right before I go to bed, I flip it over again because I like it cool. I got one of these pillowcases. It is legit chilly. Ooh. It is so awesome. I don't flip my pillow anymore because it's just like so nice. I slide my hands under it. It's cold. My neck is on there. It's cold.
What is the cooling element? Like, do you know, does it have a different like feel to the case, or is it just cool?
It feels different. It feels like more silky.
Ooh, okay.
But like I took it out and I was like, it's so cold. I want to wash it, but I'm afraid I'm going to ruin it. But it says it was washable.
It's fine, right?
Yeah. So I washed it and it was totally fine. But it's crazy because I didn't want to dry it because I didn't want to damage it. And I hung it and it was like cool. And I'm like, well, maybe it's just cold because our laundry room is cold. But then I put it on the pillow and it is always
all the
cool.
time.
It's like seriously, if the combination, I have a cooling otter pillow and the case.
Oh, the cooling otter pillow as well, right?
Yeah, I have the cooling otter pillow too.
I need to get
But the case just takes it up like that next notch.
Yeah.
It's really great.
Yeah. I think I could see me traveling with a pillowcase now.
Yes.
you know, like I know maybe I'll sacrifice the pillow on this trip because I'm bringing 2 pairs of shoes, but I'm taking the case for sure.
Yeah. And it packs down to nothing, you know, but it's a game changer. So I'm putting it out there. If you're going to make a purchase, just said in that Black Friday sale, 50% off pillowcases. It is worth it to add the cooling pillowcase. It's legit.
Nice. I love that plug. The like your eyes lit up when you started talking about that. Like this isn't just an ad. This is
no.
She's using the product for sure. The way she got excited. Yeah, no, I think that's great. And I think we've had people we've talked about this a few times. We've had people push back and be like, this pillow is so expensive. Like, why would I pay that much? And then you think about all the things you're doing for recovery, like you're doing for recovery, massages and body work, and you're spending all that money on, supplements. And in the grand scheme of things, sleeping is such a great way to recover. It's the easiest thing that you can enhance. And this is not a huge spend when you kind of put it in perspective of how much time and value you get out of a pillow. And now a pillow cooling pillow case. I got to get one of those immediately. So I'm going to do that instead of getting a massage.
Okay. Or you could do both. But okay. All right. Let's do a top 5.
What do you got? Top 5. You put me on the spot because that makes me have to do 3. I'm going to go. I wrote 2 down already. Ooh. So I felt prepared here. I'm going to go with Molly Huddle. Welcome back to the marathon, Molly Huddle. Well done in Scottsdale. I love it. I don't think she was like, this is going to be perfect. It was just like, I want to get back in the marathon. I want to run. This is a cool energy around every women's marathon. And she went out and I think she ran like 3:10, 3:15, got 26 miles on her legs and under her belt. And I think she had a good time with it. So welcome back, Molly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Jane Hedengren because
Ooh, okay.
the last few years, so much of the focus has been on the men. And I'm pumped that we get to follow this athlete who's a woman, and she kind of brings us back
Yeah.
into the female storyline. So I don't want to, again, I feel like I'm putting so much pressure on her, but I'm super excited about
Exciting.
who
Yeah.
she is, what she's going to do next. It's super fun to follow, and it just puts a little bit more spotlight on women's running.
Okay. I like that. I'm going to go with one of our loyal listeners, Rachel. I don't know which one she goes by. I think it's Raquel. I don't know her last name, but she comments on everything. She'll say first comment, and she goes to all the races. We see her all the time, and she always brings me candy or coffee or something really nice. But she was at every women's marathon,
Oh,
and I
cool.
saw her coming in the last mile, and I was heading to lunch, and I was like, "Oh, Raquel," she had headphones on, I think. But I just want to say, you look smooth. You did the thing. You're like, I won't finish last. Well, you were way ahead of that. You had a great race. And thank you for all the support. So I'm just trying to be supportive in return. We're rooting for you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually do have two because one bleeds into the other.
Okay, you can do both. Close this
Okay.
down.
So I was just going to shout out my friends again. I love you guys so much. I feel so lucky to have this group of friends that I can count on all the time. I know that not everybody has that, and that not everybody's high school experience was like that. So I legit love you guys. Cami, Dharma, Christine, Steph, Amy, Anna, love you for life. But I have to say this will be the final one. So we're leaving the 80s band and we're so far away. Our Airbnb is so far from where it was. So everyone's going to the bathroom. And there's this younger guy kind of standing there. And then as we walk out, he's like, "Hey, I'm sorry. Are you Kara Goucher?" And I'm like, "Oh, I am." And he
Like,
goes,
oh my god, no. not
he
not
goes,
tonight.
"My mom
Oh
loves you."
no. I love it.
And my friends immediately melt. They're dead. And I'm like, "Oh," and he goes, "She loves the pod." And I had put on my Instagram story, like, headed to that 80s band. And she like texted him and she was like, "That Kara's going," because she knew he was going with his
Yeah.
girlfriend. And she was like, "Kara's going to be there." So I never quite got his name. I don't know the mom's name. But you made us laugh so hard because I felt old when he said, "My mom loves you." We took a picture together, and you made us all laugh so hard. But also, you're a true fan if you
Yeah.
listen. And yeah.
You're
Anyway,
a real
I wish I
one.
could. Yeah, I wish I could shout out her name, but
If you're listening,
oh, I'm
say
sure
hi in
she
the
is.
comments.
Yes,
Post
please
on
do that.
Kara's Instagram or on the
Or
YouTube
on YouTube,
comments.
whatever, so
Yeah.
that I can properly thank you. But I love you. I love that you pay attention so much and care so much. And also, your son pricked my heart a little because I thought he was going to be a fan.
Like, sure,
but
I'll take a photo.
but he was just doing his mom a solid and getting a pic for his mom.
I love it. That's great. What a way to go out. Thanks, Kara, for that top 5.